Well, that was a fab start to the evening, was it not? Not sure quite what happened there as we switched to go for qualifying. Everything went all Pete Tong, and I got stuck in the middle of the session. But I'm back now, so here we go. We can start one more time. Hopefully get all the guys and gals that were in the lobby back in as well. I'm just going to quickly share the link to the boys in the chat. There we go. Lovely. Right, so we've kindly got qualifying underway. And hopefully no more issues for the rest of the evening. That would be pretty hopeful if that could happen. So it's 15 minutes, I do believe, for this qualifying session that we've got. And obviously we're going to have pretty much everybody out on track. With the Mini Coopers, it's no tyre wear or fuel wear, it's medium tyres only. It's basically the way that a Mini should be. Drive the absolute wheels off it. And if they do fall off, then you're probably doing something well. At the moment, up front is GTP Ripcross for NXTGEN, leading the way from Chloe Cuppers. I'm just going to call them Carpers, it's a lot easier. 10-minute quali, thank you very much, my friend. 10 minutes, that's even shorter time. You really got to get a lap in quick. So Carpers in second for Dutch DRE. I will get that eventually. I'm just going to call them Dre, probably be easier. Bigsy in third, we'll spot him with those bright purple alloy wheels there. The Burnt Fry currently in fourth position. Cutler in fifth. Mad Marshall in sixth. So NXTGEN Racing occupying 5 of the top 6 spots. In fact, 6 of the top 7 spots with Fredo in there, as we see. I believe that was the Burnt Fry. No, it wasn't. It was someone went off in the background there. But anyway, Medusa is in 8th. I'm just going to say first name. It's a lot easier than saying Serpensis. I'm terrible. Patrick in 9th. Doneku in 10th, we've got Roest in 11th, Van Bach in 12th, and Early Terror Spoons is in pit lane and floating above the track. How is that for a view of Brands Hatch? There's a camera angle you will never see anywhere you look. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh dear, we'll cut away from that very quickly. Let's jump on board with Big Z then as he goes on a lap of the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, coming up towards turn 1. Paddock Hill Bend, very, very tricky corner in any car, just clipping the curb on the inside. You want to be careful you don't run too far wide and catch the gravel, and then up the hill, hard on the brakes just under the bridge, down to third gear, 50 miles an hour, just feed the throttle on, down the hill. This is a tricky braking point into the left-hander here at the bottom of the hill. Easy to run wide, you can use the curb and the AstroTurf there, the game doesn't penalise you for that much. And then coming up to the final part of this very, very quick lap, use the curb on the inside, a little bit, miss the curb on the outside, then into Clearways and Clark curve, very tricky corner, just run it out wide, get on the power as quick as you can, head towards the line. We've got Carpers up ahead, Big Z now getting a little bit of a draft off him as he comes across the line. It's not his quickest lap time though, he's still on pole position for the meantime on a 52.6. What we'll do is we'll just have a look through the rest of the field. We'll actually have a look at Carpers, one of our Dutch drivers here for DRE. I believe I can fly. Oh, you know what, funnily enough, that's what was going through my head when I looked at that picture. Shall we see if it's still there? Yes, it is! That is fantastic. I'm going to go back to that just for light relief whenever it happens. There we go. That is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we've got quite a few drivers in here. It's going to be good. Psychodynamics finally got himself into the room, but we'll have a look here at Carpers, who's in 4th place at the moment. He's just lost it there, catching the curb, coming into Clearways and Clark there, and he's just obviously pitched him wide and into the grass there as Medusa goes by on the inside. So not going to be the greatest lap there, obviously not what you've been looking for. There's Fredo, who's obviously the brother of Chloe Hewitt, who sponsors our normal Cooper Cup series that runs on a Monday. He's running in 6th at the moment. There's Medusa, who's I believe pretty much team captain in a sense for DRE. I will quite happily stand corrected because I'm not too sure. Well, look at that, that's a lovely camera angle at the top of the hill there, beautiful. This game is absolutely stunning at sometimes, absolutely brilliant. Patrick there coming through Paddock Hill Bend down the hill, trying to catch up to his Dutch compatriot Ripcross, who's obviously racing for NXTGEN. He's currently in 8th place at the moment. Bamback in 9th, he's got Roest behind him in 10th position, so trying to use a little bit of a slipstream effect at the moment. Doneku is in 11th, the Burnt Fry is in pit lane and got all 4 wheels at least on the ground. And Early Terror Spawns is still floating in mid-air. Now what's happened to Pixie? No, he's parked up. He's at the bottom of the hill. I know that bit. And he's decided to park up for whatever reason. But anyway, he's currently in pole position at the moment. So it's not too bad for him at least. Just get the camera angles. There we go. There's Ripcross going across the line. Currently in 2nd position. We're coming up to the end of the session. Your fastest lap is Bigsy on a 52 seconds, 0.639, just 1/10 clear of his next gen teammate Ripcross in 2nd. He's then around about just shy of a 10th clear of Cutler in 3rd. Carpers is the best of the Dutch Racing Events team at the moment in 4th place, just over 2/10 shy of the pole position time. Mad Marshall just ahead of him on the road in the treble 6 Devil car. He's in 5th place at the moment, half a second down, sorry, on pole position. Bamback running wide there at the bottom of the hill. He's in 6th place at the moment, 9 times down. Fredo is in 8th place at the top of the hill. He's a second down. Medusa in 9th, 1.1 seconds down. Patrick in 10th, 1.7 down. Doneku in 11th, 2 seconds down. Psycho down. Roest is coming out at pit lane. He's currently in 12th. Psychodynamic is on track in the 89 car in 13th. He's about to cross the line to start his first lap. He's just got out in the nick of time. And Early Terror Spot. I'm loving that camera angle. You will never see Brands Hatch from another. You will never see Brands Hatch from this sort of angle ever again. That is absolutely phenomenal. I love going back to that, it's amazing. We're coming up towards the end of the session. That man Bigsy parked up at the side is still in pole position. And as I was saying on the earlier video, before everything went all Pete Tong, if you are here for the first time, welcome along. Glad to have you along for this Monday night's worth of entertainment. If you are new here as well, it'd be brilliant if you could hit the subscribe button as well while you're here. Hit the like button as well if you enjoy the coverage. You'll see a comment below. We've got a few of the boys already. Only the NXTGEN boys in the chat at the moment. So come on, where are the Dutch Racing Events fans? I want to see you guys in here as well. Hopefully you're going to join in to the fun and games too. It's still at the moment NXTGEN 1, 2, 3, 4 as the Burnt Fries moved up into 4th place at the moment. Carpers is still the best of the DRE cars in 5th with Marshall in 6th. Bamback moved up into 7th place. The yellow flag at the top, which is not going to affect anyone because it is Bigsy sitting off to the side as Bamback goes a bit of rally crossing. Obviously there is a rally cross track around. Hello Dark Sykes in the chat, that's Mark. How you doing my friend? I believe it's Mark anyway, I'll get your name right one day. You just came along Mark, so you need to see the glory that is this. I love that. All I hope now is that he's able to get into the race. That's all I'm going to say, because that would be the worst thing to happen. Session nearly over, I would imagine. We've just gone over the 12-minute mark. I thought it was only a 10-minute session, but racing is coming up. And in these Mini Coopers, if you've watched any of the other Cooper events that we've done here on the channel, the Chloe Hewitt Cooper Cup, fast, frantic and furious, and trying to keep up with them is not an easy thing to do. I will do my absolute best to bring you as much reaction as I can. See Burnt Fry trying to slipstream off a Mad Marshall, tries to improve on 4th place. Can he improve it? He does not. He's only 3/100ths down though on that time. Mad Marshall takes to the grass for a bit of evasive action. Stay out of the way. That man's your pole sitter, and he's looking quite happy. Sitting nicely at the bottom of the screen. Ah, right, so that's what we're doing. We're waiting on someone to rejoin. Gotcha. Good stuff. No problem at all. That's good to know. So that's why, having to wait, we do have 14 drivers in the lobby, so maybe we do have everybody. Let's have a wee look. Yeah, we do. Whoa, Carpers has just gone off at the bottom of Paddock Hill. And there he is, just coming back onto the track off the grass. He's still currently the fastest DRE runner at the moment. Mad Marshall is Burnt Fry's dad. Well, that is father and son racing. There you go. And at the moment, Burnt Fry, the son, is leading the dad, so the son is much faster. Mad Marshall, speaking of him, he's parked up as well. Where is he? Is he along with Bigsy? Yep, he's parked up in the corner as well. It's a next-gen car park there at the bottom of the hill. So you just sit at the bottom and watch the action as the cars go by. We do have 14 drivers in now, and we've still got early terror spawns in the top of the screen. So we'll run through the order and back to front. So 14th at the moment is early terror spawns. He is in 14th and flying in the air. Roest in 13th place at the moment, with Patrick in 12th, Doneku in 11th, Fredo is in 10th, Medusa in 9th, and currently sitting at the side of the track. Bambach in 8th, Mad Marshall in 7th, sitting there along with Bigsy. Psychodynamic in 6th place. You can see Carpers, who is in 5th place for a slow down penalty. I'm sure he'll get rid of that quickly. Cutler's off the track at the moment as well. You can just see some of them just pulling to the side of the track rather than going to pit lane, because it doesn't allow you to just sit in pit lane sometimes. It's a bit of a pain. Cutler is in 4th, Ripcross in 3rd, Bigsy 2nd, and the Burnt Fry is into pole position, and that means that NGI and he goes and joins the car park at the bottom of the hill. So we've now got 3 cars sitting along there. So Next Gen occupying the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots on the grid at the moment, so they are looking pretty good at the moment. But as I say, it is a bit of an advantage for the Next Gen guys. For this one, we may see the Dutch boys come back in the next race, because that second race is the Red Bull Ring in the Group 3 GT3 Porsche 911. It's a car I absolutely love. It's a car that I use, not in this game, but on Project Cars 2 for GT3 racing on Apex Online. So it's a car I'm very, very used to. Very good car, very well balanced car as well, with that mid-engine at the rear. Sorry, rear engine, not mid-engine. I'm talking absolute rubbish. So it's really, really good car. We're going to get some good racing out of that. So let's see what goes here. Everyone's just starting to park up now because they know that the session is nearly over. Psychodynamic has put himself into pole position, and we know how quick he can be. He took 3 victories in a row, 2 at Tokyo and 1 last week at Tiskaba, before losing out and making it 4 in a row in that feature race instead. So plenty going on. We know what kind of speed he's got in these cars, and it's definitely something that's going to play very well. Nice little touch on the bumpers as well, tells you all the names of the drivers. Some phenomenal work done there on the liveries. So I can't remember who's done them all. I do think it might have been Cuddles. Post it in the chat please, someone who done the liveries. I need to give them a shout out because they deserve it. The cars look brilliant. They've all got the nice little touches, their own colour scheme as well, so really, really nice stuff. The Dutch boys though have got some really nice cars as well. You can see them in the traditional Dutch orange. Just try and find one that's actually going around the track at the moment. Goodness me, there we go. Row S there in 13th. You see Dutch just fades away to the back into the white. I quite like that actually, it's really, really nice. Yeah, it was NGR Cuddles who made the livery, so good job there from John. But these boys, the Dutch ones, look really, really good as well, and it looks like we're finally about to get racing underway. This is what you come for, the racing. And it's going to be Next Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the starting grid by the looks of it as well. Carper's taking 6, Bambach in 7th, Mad Marshall in 8th. He's just slammed the brakes on an emergency stop. I hope the instructor told you to do that by slamming the dashboard with his pen. Medusa in 9th, Fredo in 10th, Doneku in 11th, Patrick in 12th, Roest 13th, and Early Terror Spawns is still floating in mid-air. He will be starting in 14th, but here we go for the first race of the evening. And it's looking good so far for Next Gen. Interesting to see how the race goes, because qualifying is one thing, but the racing is much a different thing altogether. So we've got 14 cars lined up and ready to go here for the first race of the evening. This is Next Gen Racing versus Dutch Race Events team versus team event here, one-off special. This is the first race of the night in the Mini Coopers. We're waiting on the lights coming on, the revs arise, and anytime now we are underway for the first race of the night. Psychodynamics got an absolute belter of a start. Burnt Fry's got bogged down. Look out for Carpers. They're coming through the middle of the pack. Oh my goodness, it's happened again. It's all gone Pete Tong. There we go. I'm going to have to go to onboard cameras. It's not doing what I want. There we go. Much better. Oh. So, looking back through the field, Psychodynamics got away pretty well there. That is Bigsy having a fight. The standings are not updating, so it's Carpers who's moved up at the moment. This is going to be fun, trying to keep an eye on what's going on here. So, Psychodynamic is in the lead of this race. Going to have to work our way through. Carpers has moved up to second. Bigsy's in third. The Burnt Fry's in fourth. He's just going up the inside of his teammate there into Clearways and Clark Curve. And that means he's just going to drop into third place there. Carpers has made a great start. Early Terrors seems to be stuck on the grid. I think that's maybe what's causing the problem, because he's not really there. And will probably be the end of the race before we know exactly what's going on. But we do know that Psychodynamic is in the lead and out in front by a nice little distance. Carpers in second, the Burnt Fry third, Bigsy fourth. Just going to go back through here. There we go. Yes, so it's Burnt Fry in third. We've got Cutler in fourth, Bigsy fifth. Ripcross is in sixth place at the moment. And you can see this is Bambak, who's towards the back of the field. This is going to be very hard for me to keep up with who is where, so I do apologise for it as much as I can. It's completely out of my hands. You can see the camera angle has got stuck on the grid here for one of them, and this one just doesn't want to update the standings at all. Here comes the Burnt Fry. He's actually moved back up into second place. Carper's now back down into third place now, with Cutler in fourth, Ripcross in fifth. I'm going to try and go through the field where I can and keep you up to date as much as possible, but this is not going to be easy at all, considering that I have very little to work with here. So we'll just look back from the Burnt Fry. He is in second place. It's Carper's in third, Cutler in fourth, Bigsy fifth. I believe that might be Ripcross that we see in sixth place. It is indeed. We then got Bambak, who is in seventh place. That is Fredo in eighth. We've got Mad Marshall in ninth position. 10th place is Doneku. 11th, so you can see there is Roast. And then we have Medusa at the back, and the early telespawns could be anywhere. It might be leading this race for all I know, but nothing's going to tell me that, unfortunately. To come crossing the line one more time, I believe we're now I don't even know what lap we're on, because it's not updating anything. You can see it in the top corner. It's just all gone to pot here tonight, and it's just one of these things when you do league racing. You've got to make the best you can. Last week I had to go radio rental as I lost the pictures to you all, so I can tell you that as far as I'm aware, Burnt Fry's in second with Psychodynamic in third, Carper's in third place, sorry, for DRE. He's got a NXTGEN sandwich. He's got one in front and two behind. That's the Burnt Fry in front of him. He's got Cutler and Bigsy behind. You see Ripcross not too far off the back of these guys either. So that is there in front of you, second, third, fourth and fifth. But sixth place here for Ripcross. And you've got Bambak in 7th place, as far as we're aware. You can see behind him is Fredo in what we believe to be 8th, Mad Marshall in 9th place, and then we've got Roest in 10th, Medusa in 11th, Doneku in 12th, and 13th place is Patrick. So I'm trying my best here, having to go a little bit different to what I would normally do. We'd usually be able to see much more of what's going on, but I'm going to keep an eye on this battle for second, third, fourth and fifth, because there's a lot of close racing going on here between these guys, and I'll try and jump back and forward as much as I can do. Oh, Cutler getting up the inside there, a little bit of touch on Carper's as Burnt Fry went wide there, and NXTGEN still hold on to second. Carper stays in third, but he lost a place to Cutler, gained one on the Burnt Fry as Bigsy comes through and takes over. So the Burnt Fry goes from second down to 5th place there in the space of one corner. We're going to go side by side into Paddock Hill Bend. That's usually not a good thing to do. And then we're going to have Bigsy now. He's got the inside line coming up the hill, hit the brakes under the bridge, avoids it there. Carper able to turn in and keep the place for the meantime. You can see the chasing pack are right behind there, and the Burnt Fry's trying to get back past Bigsy at the moment. He's obviously having a bit of a struggle to do so just now. You can see Ripcross there. He has got Bamback coming up right behind him as well. That's 6th and 7th place as we've come to this wide angle, which isn't too great at all. So we jump back. Oh, it's a car off in front of it. It's Carpers. Carpers is off the track. The Dutchman had been having a great start up and gotten up to 3rd place from starting in 6th, and he's dropped down the order now. That is him down to 7th. That'll be 8th place now as Fredo goes past him. So dropping down the order, there he goes. And there we are. So Carper's dropping behind a few guys. You can see Bamback there just up in front, Fredo ahead, and we've got Cutler, Bigsy, Burnt Fry and Bigsy 2nd, 3rd, 4th, Ripcross and 5th. Bamback's now up into 6th position. So I try to use these onboard cameras as much as I can. Fredo, I do believe, is in 7th, for Carpers in 8th. Mad Marshall is in 9th place. Then it is Medusa in 10th, having a battle with his own teammate Doneku in 11th. 12th is Roest. 13th I have as Patrick, and you can see that stuck on the grid is Early Terror Spawns as Cutler and Co come flying across the line, completing our lap. Psychodynamic has carried on in the lead, so it's NGR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. So it's looking good at the moment for the Next Gen Racing team. They're occupying the top 5 spots at the moment. Bamback is the highest runner for Dutch racing events. He is in what I believe to be 6th place at the moment. Carpers is behind Fredo. This is the battle for 7th and 8th, and you can see Carpers going to the inside line at the bottom of the hill. That's going to be a good move there. A little bit of a touch and a squeeze, but the Dutchman's made a really nice move there on Fredo, and that is through. That I believe is for 7th place. Fredo is right behind, and he is not wanting to give that place up. He's going to try and fight his way back as they come into clearaways, and he's up the inside much quicker through there. And he takes the place back, and here comes Mad Marshall, who's going to join onto the back of this little 40 as well. And it looks like we might actually have some camera movement finally. I might be able to follow people a bit more properly. That would be pretty decent if that could happen, please. Yes, we're all good, fantastic. Carper's there up the inside through Paddock Hill Bend, takes the place back, so we've got some really good battling going on here in the midfield pack. And then the camera angle goes back to being absolutely terrible because of what's going on as they come down the hill. Back on board with Fredo Marshall. Oh, Fredo getting very wide, he's away rally crossing. That was sideways. You don't want to be doing that in a front wheel drive car. That's what happens if you do. And he's dropped down at the back there. The Psychodynamic though well out in the lead as far as I'm aware, and it is quite easy for him. You can see in the background there, that is Cutler, Bigsy, the Burnt Fry and Ripcross. Next Gen running in formation, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, with Bamback in 6th, Carpers in 7th, it's Mad Marshall in 8th, Fredo is in 9th position, Medusa in 10th, we've then got Doneku in 11th, Roest is in 12th, Patrick in 13th, and I'm not sure if Early Terrors is in 2nd or in last. I just cannot tell, unfortunately. Quite frustrating this, so I'm doing my best. Hopefully I'm doing a good enough job. See the battle up ahead though between Bigsy and Cutler and their teammates. This is going to be clean and fair, nothing too fancy. You can see just how much detail's been put into the car on the back there. Union Jack on top, slightly different colour for each car on the top as well, I do believe. You can see the different colours. Cutler's got the green there, and you can see the wheels are different for him as well. Bigsy has got the purple, so plenty kicking about here. Come back, let's go try and find Carpers. He has managed to pull away. He's just gone wide there. Where are we? Oh, he picked it back up. Mad Marshall fancies his chances up the inside into the top of the hill, and that was a relatively easy move, but Carpers is going to come back. A little bit of a bump as they come through. He got much better traction out of the corner, and he takes the place back straight away, having lost it at the bottom of the hill. Unfortunately, I don't even know what lap we're on. It's going to end before I even know it. Psychodynamic is in the lead though. It is Cutler in second, Bigsy who is in third, the Burnt Fry in fourth, and Ripcross in fifth place. So we've got NXTGEN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well, as far as I'm aware. Bamback is in sixth place. We then go back to Carpers, who I believe is in seventh, with Mad Marshall in eighth, Fredo in ninth, and you can see Carpers getting wide again. That's going to be an easy move for Mad Marshall to get through, and that is seventh place, I do believe. Very easily done. That's the second lap in a row that Carpers has gone wide through Paddock Hill Bend, just pushing it a little bit too hard. He needs to back off a little bit through there, just carry the speed, and he should be able to pick it back up pretty quickly. Here is Bigsy, still chasing down Cutler. So that's second, third, fourth behind you with the Burnt Fry, fifth in Ripcross, Bamback in sixth place, Marshall in seventh, Carpers in eighth, Fredo in ninth, Medusa in 10th, and I believe we have Doneku in 11th, Patrick in 12th, and Roest has dropped right back. He's now in 13th, so he's had a moment somewhere. That's dropped him down to the back of the field. Come back to this battle though. Burnt Fry sitting on the back bumper of his two NXTGEN teammates. Skip to the front facing camera for a better view. Hopefully the next race I can get standings up properly, because this is not easy. Just one of the joys of being a commentator. You pick up on everything that goes on. There's Cutler just holding Bigsy, just weaving about a little bit, just trying to find a way through. You obviously playing for your team, you're racing for your team of course more than anything, but you are still trying your best for individual honours as well, so you are still wanting to do as much as you can. There's Ripcross just behind. He's got the box office seat to this one here, and that I believe is Mad Marshall and Carpers having another little bit of a battle. You can see Fredo behind, and that is I believe one of the Dutch boys. I'm trying to find, I can't find who it was. There was one of them catching up. Roest is now a lap down on the field to what I can make out here, as Bigsy's got a great run on his teammate. We will stick with the Burnt Fry because that's going to give us the box office seat here to see what goes on. Into Paddock Hill Bend one more time we go. Where did he brake? Just a tad later on the brakes. Bigsy braking halfway through the corner, just unsettled the car slightly. The run up the hill here, braking just past the bridge, and again Cutler looking a lot better on the brakes. He's going later on the braking, feels more comfortable with it, it's working well for him. Got a lapped car ahead though, need to be very careful here of Roest. I'm sure he's got well out of the way, so well done there to the Dutchman for recognising what was going on. Keeps well out of harm's way while being lapped, so well played, good play there from him. Could have easily tried to help hold them up, but he was a lap down and done the fair thing, so I've got to doff my hat on that one. Carpers has managed to get back past Mad Marshall though. That is I believe for 7th place, if my standings in my head are correct. Mad Marshall still looking all over the back. Fastest lap's a 54.1 in the last lap at least anyway. I believe that's the fastest. You can see Fredo there and Medusa in the background, so nice little battle possibility of developing here as we come up towards turn 1. Here we go, completely watching from the rear view. You can see the turning the wheel, just running a little bit wide, but getting it right this time. Haven't got it wrong a couple of laps back. Oh, Marshall getting sideways there through the right-hander at the top of the hill, Graham Hill Bend. And it's looking decent at the moment here. Carpers holding on for now. Get the long distance lens. And here we go across the line. So it's still Cutler, Bigsy and the Burnt Fry. The NXTGEN boys having their own little personal battle over 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Ripcross not too far back in 5th. Obviously in this one there's no need to worry about fuel mileage or anything like that. It is race the car, do what you can. So try turn around again. There we go, that's a bit more like it. So it's race it as hard as you need to. That's what you want to be doing. Mad Marshall's dropped back a little bit from Carper's. Fredo's now really tripoding the car through the right-hander. You can see the back wheel just arching itself up. Medusa in the background there for Dutch racing events, and you can see Roest in the background as well there. And Fredo's got a brilliant run, and Mad Marshall's just going to let him go. Not going to fight that one too much, so it's an easy move there for what I believe to be a 7th place. Oh, it could be more than 7th place. Carper's off the track. He had got away, and he's now lost 2 places to both Fredo and Mad Marshall, so that's not what he wanted to be doing at all there. Bamback is still the fastest and highest runner for Dutch racing events. But this man, not seen much of him. Psychodynamic, as far as I can make out, leading the race. Fastest lap on a 52.4 as well. And jumped away at the start. He got a much better start than anyone else. The only one that got close to that was Carper's for Dutch racing events. Went from 6th to 3rd before turn 1 with an absolutely phenomenal start. But it's been pretty easy so far for Psychodynamic. We'll need to wait to the end of the race to make sure we know for definite who is where, of course, though, because not got anything in terms of standings properly, unfortunately. Everyone's still on the right hand side in their qualifying position. Ain't the most useful thing in the world for me, but there you go. But as I have it, it's NXTGEN 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Just trying to look back, see where is Bamback. There he is. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for NXTGEN racing. Bamback is in 6th place. It is then Mad Marshall, possibly. Where is Fredo? Fredo's at the top of the hill. Carper's here. So yeah, so it's Mad Marshall is then in 7th place. Medusa up into 8th. Fredo is in 10th because Carper's is up ahead in 9th position. Now those two were ahead of Medusa and Mad Marshall, so something's going on there we've not seen off camera. We'll just see if we can pick it back up maybe. No, we can't. I've not set the replays. There we go. So we're on lap 20. Thank you very much for that there, John. It helps me out a lot because this is not the easiest thing in the world to be doing with the cameras and no standings at all. There is Big Zero, so we're now coming on to lap 21, so there's not long to go in this race now. It's going to be a pretty healthy points lead at the moment for NXTGEN Racing if they can keep it where they are just now. Cutler still in 2nd as far as I've got it. Big Z in 3rd, that's where he started, so he's where he started off. Burnt Fries behind in 4th, down 1 place from his start place. Cutler up 3 places from 5th if the standings are correct. So a decent run from him. Just going to keep jumping the camera back and forth just to get a good angle. So Burnt Fry behind Ripcross, not too far back. He started in 4th, currently in 5th place, so he's only down 1 place at the moment. Come up to Clearways and Clarks. We'll go back to Bamback. That's Roest in the background. He's a lap down, I do believe, on the field. The Dutchman is in 6th place. It's Marshall in 7th, Medusa in 8th, Carper's in 9th. Fredo is dropped off a little bit, he's in 10th. And you can see Psychodynamic coming up to lap him in just a moment. I'm trying to see who everyone is. So still going on. Big Z has let the Burnt Fries through. What's happened to Carter? He's dropped back, so he's ran wide, I think, through Paddock Hill Bend, and that's put everyone. That's put the top 5 back into their starting positions, as far as I've got it. So something happened to Cutler. He was doing well as well, 2nd, but he's dropped it somewhere along at the last lap, and he's now currently, as far as I can make out, in 5th place. As we're coming up to the final lap or 2 now, not long to go in this race. It's been an interesting one for sure. trying to keep this. Bigsby's sticking to the side, so he's allowing Cutler back through. It's not going to make any real difference in terms of standings, of course. It's all about the team event. Psychodynamic out in front. The Burnt Fry is in second. You can see there Patrick and Donetku towards the back, so they, I believe, are in 12th and 13th place, with Roest in 14th. He has Fredo coming up behind, yes indeed. So I believe you run in order as we come into the last lap or two. Is Psychodynamic in first, with the Burnt Fry in second place. Ripcross is in third, Cutler fourth, Bigsy fifth, Bambach in 6th place. You've got Mad Marshall in 7th, Medusa in 8th, Carpers in 9th place. He's just having a look up the inside. His own teammate here coming into the quick section. Needs to be very careful, but he's got the move done. The Dutch boys just need to be careful they don't take each other off here. So this is over 8th and 9th. If we look back a little bit, try and see who. There we go, it's Fredo. So Fredo is in 10th, just been lapped by Psychodynamic, the race leader. Come across the line, it'll be interesting to see, is this the last lap or if there's still one more to go. Still got time to go yet. It's a guessing game tonight here on the channel. After going radio commentary last week, I didn't quite expect to be doing this week. Trying to guess what was going on. That is the Burnt Fry, who I believe to be second place just now. You can see his teammates in behind. That's Ripcross third, Cutler fourth, Bigsy fifth, Roest running wide through Paddock Hill, just keeps it out of the way. Oh, Cutler getting sideways as well. That's going to let Bigsy through. And up into fourth place as the NXTGEN boys have a little bit of a fight. Different colours in the wing mirrors, the wheels and the spoiler at the back, differentiating which driver is which. Or NXTGEN. Oh, Bigsy getting a tank slapper on there. Okay, so we can't see Taylor then. Psycho's just started the last lap. In fact, Psychodynamic has finished the race, so he's going to take the race victory on the first race there. The Burnt Fry. Just as I jump on board across the line, and it's Patrick in third. Okay, so no, now we're changing around, so things are going everywhere. I'll try and see if I can figure out who finished where. So it's Psychodynamic in first, but it looks at Burnt Fry in second, Ripcross in third, Cutler fourth, Bambach in fifth with Bambach in sixth, with Cutler in 5th place. I'm getting them mixed up. So Burnt Fry Christmas was Bigsy. Cutler in 5th. Bambach in 6th. We've got Mad Marshall in 7th, and I missed the rest of it. So John, if you can see that there, put the standings for me. I'll try and work it out. That was that was fun. In a very different way indeed. Not quite what I expected. Very, very different. Hopefully, don't have any problems this time round for the next race, because it's a very tricky thing to do. One thing we do know is that it was a very good race for NXTGEN Racing, with Psychodynamic taking first, Burnt Fry in second place, Ripcross for Bigsy fourth, Cutler in fifth. It was Bambach in 6th place. Got Mad Marshall was in 7th, and I didn't catch the final standings, but I do believe, if I remember from the lap previous, it was, who would it have been? Carpers was in there somewhere, I know that much. I think it was Fredo that was 10th. I think Carpers was 9th. I'm trying to remember who was racing around by Carpers. Was it Donetku? Any help in the chat, please help me. It's normally I'm a lot more up to speed with this. But obviously, I don't know. Anyway, going to take an interlude just now. I'm going to pop some music on in the background, and I'm going to see if I can find who won. I'll be back with you shortly. Right, so I'll jump back in quickly actually, because as you might have noticed, it's happened again. I've just seemed to get stuck in the lobby, nothing happens, so I've tried to exit and it's just gone boop. I will check the chat in a wee second to get the standings all working out. Stream's going to end quite quickly here. I'm going to have to reset the game one more time, possibly. I'm not too sure. So it's not doing what I want it to do. So if you are watching, stick around. You'll just hit subscribe and the bell icon, and I'll be back in a few minutes time. I'm going to have to do another reset here, which is not ideal.